Volunteers from our region and across the country traveled to Florida ahead of the storm to help. Larry Daly is with the American Red Cross.
They're getting ready to send the feeding trucks out. Now, behind me, we're getting ready to send them out in the field to feed people, meals and stuff like that.
He's currently in Tallahassee, which wasn't hit as bad as the coast. Volunteers are sending meals to 2,200 families as well as supplies.
This will be a long-standing response and in a long-term need.
The American Red Cross is answering the call days after Hurricane Helene ravaged countless communities across the South. Hundreds of miles away, volunteers Randy Miller and Danelle Stoppel are preparing to leave.
Expecting the worst and just holding on to what our mission is and our passion for doing this.
The two will fly to Charlotte Tuesday morning before driving to wherever they are needed. This marks Miller's first national deployment.
And my role down there, which will probably be in Asheville, is to support the emotional needs of not just the victims and people who are in the shelters, but the community.
So far, 13 from the Southeastern Pennsylvania region are assisting, including some virtually.
Well, Chris, we spoke with two volunteers who say they will fly to Charlotte tomorrow, and from there we'll find out where they're going, likely to Asheville. Now, like all of us, they say they have seen pictures and videos of the devastation, but they say that still won't prepare them for exactly what they will see and experience when they're there in person.
I realized I don't wear that stuff to go with her as a gift.
26 deployments with the American Red Cross. Still, Danelle Stoppel says nothing can prepare you for seeing this devastation in person. She will head to North Carolina tomorrow to help with Hurricane Helene aftermath with Randy Miller on her first trip.
For now, the focus, just the basic needs.
Disasters do not discriminate, and any of us can be in a disaster at any time.
Danelle Stoppel has helped in floods, hurricanes, and domestic terror events. She says she's prepared for what she may see when she lands in North Carolina on Tuesday.
I'm going to be supporting the shelters and making sure that all those people with disabilities have what they need.
A Red Cross volunteer left Philly International today to head to North Carolina. Randy Miller says she'll be providing emotional support to storm victims in Asheville. She joins dozens of volunteers from all across the country. So far, more than 1,000 Red Cross volunteers nationwide are helping in the relief efforts.
Nearly a week after Hurricane Helene hit, American Red Cross volunteers from the Delaware Valley, well, they continue to go down to help.
This is an emergency response vehicle. It's a feeding vehicle.
Right now, it's empty, but soon it'll be filled with food, water, and supplies.
We deliver it to shelters, neighborhoods, churches, wherever the need exists.
Mary Knoll is driving the van down to Charlotte, North Carolina.
I started with Hurricane Katrina, so I know what kind of damage I'm going into.
Her co-pilot is Linda Kerner. It's this mom's first national deployment with the organization. Randy Brooks Miller is back home after her first national deployment with the American Red Cross.
The vastness of the storm that covered hundreds and hundreds of miles was unimaginable to me.
That storm, well, it was Hurricane Helene and the devastation left behind in western North Carolina. Over 14 days, Brooks Miller, who is a certified grief and loss educator, served as a disaster mental health volunteer with the organization.
I covered 3 counties up here, and then after 10 days, I went down to Asheville.
The Marion Station grandmother took this video in Asheville, showing what was once a store, now left in ruins. She also shared these photos of the shelters and a video showing a helicopter flying in supplies.
I saw people who probably will never get back to their home, who were just so grateful that people from all over the country were coming to help them.
Brooks Miller's role was to comfort families in shelters, many facing their darkest days after losing everything.
All of these mobile homes that have been here for a long time are destroyed.
Still, she says she was met with gratitude.
Some of the Red Cross workers just supporting each other with such compassion and guidance and help.
A photo worth 1,000 words.
Just that I want to keep doing this.
And she hopes to go back to North Carolina soon. Nikki Demetri, CBS News, Philadelphia.